My name's David Smith, and I'm a realtor with Remax Little Oak. I love the communities I get to serve and the stories that bind us together. The Local is the perfect avenue to share those stories with you.
Don't be nervous. You can do it. Wow. Well done.
Normally, like, I give my background up. I'm so short. No, Lance is still freaking tall. Welcome to The Local. My name's David Smith, and we're here at Trading Post Brewing this morning with Lance Verhoeff, who describes himself as both the founder and the janitor here. Thanks so much for having us in today, Lance.
My pleasure, David. Thanks for having me on the show.
Of course. So we got a couple of beers in front of us right now.
We do.
Talk to us about these bad boys.
Well, this is our breakfast stout. Let's take a sip, shall we?
Seeing as it is
Cheers.
breakfast, why not? Cheers. I'm getting a lot of coffee. Talk to us about it.
Well, this is an oatmeal stout that we collaborated with Republic Coffee Roasters. They're in Fort Langley.
Yeah.
And so just a great stout that has a lot of bold coffee flavors to it. Mm-hmm. So what we've done is at the end of fermentation, we've added about 15 pounds of coffee beans. We use Lion's Den from Republica.
It's a winter warmer.
It is, yeah. It's a 6.5%, so it's not incredibly heavy, but it's it's enough to warm the spirits for sure.
And I love that you're involving another local business as well. That's just really sweet.
Yeah, it's part of our motto is to tap into the local. So we love to use a lot of different local suppliers and restaurants and roasters.
And that's one of the reasons that you're here on The Local.
Exactly.
So thanks for having us.
My pleasure.
Behind every beer, behind every business, there's always a story, right? Tell us a little bit about the story of Trading Post, how this place came to be.
It was an idea that my wife and I came up with when we were living in Vancouver. We went down there for her to go to school at UBC.
Yeah.
We had a lot of time on our hands, so we started visiting a lot of the breweries in the area.
Student life.
Yes, exactly. So that was very enjoyable, and we just fell in love with the craft beer in Vancouver, but also the craft brewery scene in general. And what we loved about it was just a sense of community that you got when you walked into a tasting room, into a brewery. We just fell in love with the idea that you could come in, have a conversation with the people behind the bar. There was no loud music or TVs to be distracting. You could just come in and enjoy a pint with some friends. And so that idea was brought back to Langley, where we're both from. Langley was just a gaping hole in craft breweries.
Absolutely.
And so there's a bunch in Surrey, a bunch in Abbotsford, even Chilliwack, but in Langley there was no craft breweries. So we thought, well, hey, what a great idea to put a brewery into Langley where we could create the similar vibe that we came to enjoy in Vancouver. And then we also have the eatery in Fort Langley. So the idea is that we love the community of Langley, but specifically Fort Langley as well. Having the brewery here allows us to be in close proximity to a lot of people that live in Langley, but having the eatery in Fort Langley allows us to be part of that community.
It'll be really fun to check out the brewery and then to drop by the eatery, taking the big Trading Post truck as well.
Awesome.
Thanks, Lance.
Cheers, David.
Cheers again. Let's go.
Hey Dave, well we're at the eatery now in Fort Langley, so welcome to the place here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Let's tuck into some of this food. Tell us about it.
Yeah, most definitely. So we focus on two things here at the eatery. One is that we want to pair our food with our beer.
Love that.
So we bring all the beer here to the eatery. And the second is that we want to use local ingredients and local suppliers.
Excellent.
So a little bit about the food here. The ale and cheddar bread is one of our appetizers. We actually use a local baker that makes it.
Nice.
So he brings over about 20 liters of our lager.
And he uses 19 liters for the bread and 1 liter for himself.
Exactly. And this is actually hot butter. So we use our own hops that we use in the beer into the butter here. So
cool.
So that's the ale and cheddar. We've got the short rib poutine here.
I've had that before. It's meaty.
It is. It is a full meal. It's got short rib on it and also a stout gravy. So we use some of our stout in the gravy, and yeah, it's just an awesome hearty dish for a cold day like today.
Fantastic.
And then you've got the short rib sliders, so spotted bun, a little slaw on there, and a barbecue sauce that we also use ale in.
I love
for
these. This is what I have when I have lunch here, just because it's kind of like a light lunch, and you can get back and hit things without feeling too heavy. So
especially with the mild.
Especially with the mild. So cheers. Thank you so much. Well, thanks so much, Lance. This looks incredible. We're going to tuck into this now. Thank you guys as well for tuning in. And remember, everybody, stay local. This looks good. Thanks everybody for watching The Local. This has been a project of passion for myself and for my friends, Joseph behind the lens there at Little Bird Production and Damon at Surrey 604. If you like what you've seen, remember that sharing is caring, and also make sure to subscribe for more episodes. This has been The Local. I've been your host, David Smith from Remax Little Oak, and remember everybody, stay local.
What we're doing here is we've got 4 Syrian families, 2 Iraqi families, an Eritrean family, a Pakistani family, a Honduran family, Hungarian family. There's a diversity here, and I've intentionally, as executive director, I do have to kind of manage it. So I'm trying to create, like Canada, multi-ethnicity rather than singularity, where people learn to live with the differences, but also the commonalities. We're just trying to help each other.
I love that.